Hey guys, it's Zach from Z.M.S.C Modelworks, and today I'm going to kind of show you what is going to be coming up in the new year. At the Scale Modelers Critique group on Facebook, there's a group build coming out in 2018, so starting the new year, that's going to be about just big aircraft. It's called the Big Ass Group Build. So what I've decided to do for my entry is this FW190D9. It's in 1 in 24th scale from Trumpeter, and so a couple of things to note on this one. There's going to be modeled after the Red 13 for Klaus Faber from JV44. So I've got this book here that basically goes through all of the Doras present in JV44 in On-Ring in Germany. So we've got Red 13 here, which is the personal ride of Oberlieutenant Klaus Faber. There's a couple of things that are different on this aircraft, though, that when I was researching over the the past few months, that were slightly different. So this originally was an A8 aircraft that was converted to a D9. So it was the radial engine first, and then they took it in the shop, fit all the components for a D9 variant, and pressed it out as such. So on here, there's the couple of things to note is the original style gun cowl from the A8s, as well as the canopy. So for the Trumpeter kit, it only gives us the bubble style canopy. So what I had to do was go out and get a 1 in 24 scale alpha version of the FW90, which Airfix does. So I went out and purchased the Airfix kit, and there we go. So we've got our A8 style, or our original alpha style canopy, which is going to be used, as well as the kind of back cover here that'll slot on. I've done some dry fitting with this, and it fits surprisingly well, which is good because I don't have to do any fiddling with it. And so that's kind of what we're going to go with there. We also went out and got the Montex set, the Supermask set for the 190D9 for Red 13. Now, interesting thing to kind of point out on this one. So it's basically a bunch of vinyl masks with the iron crosses, the swastikas, the numbers, the lettering over or the personal slogan on the side, and canopy masks. But what it does include, interestingly enough, is a paint guide. Just grab it here, of the right side of the aircraft. Now, when I was looking up pictures of Red 13, I couldn't find there was a few on the internet, but there wasn't a lot. The ones that were there were kind of out of focus, and it was kind of just like somebody saying like, oh, this is Red 13 present at On-Ring Airfield in 1945, 1944, which you kind of had to take for granted. But this book, I found was highly recommended by people looking for information on JV44 Doras. So this is Eagle Files EF number 1 by Jerry Crandall of Doors of the Gallon Circus. So this goes through all of the Doras in here. So Red 1, Red 3, Red 4, and Red 13, and it basically covers every single known historical photo of Red 13, and in good register too. But what I found interesting was, we've got the left side view, expanded view of the left of the tail, left side, left side, left side, left side, and it goes over and over and over again, which is just the left side views of the aircraft. And there wasn't anything showing the right side of the aircraft. I've got a picture of Red 4 and its right side, but only left side views existed of Red 13. So what I found interesting about the Montech set is it actually showed the right side of the aircraft. So I'm assuming here that they took some artistic liberties and kind of went off of other aircraft and matched the modeling kind of scheme on the left side, and then applied that to the right. So yeah, it's kind of one of those little things here and there that are miniature inaccuracies that I can live with. It kind of gives me, rather than kind of guessing myself, they've guesstimated for me. So there's only that. We've also gone ahead and got Verlinden's 1/24 scale set for the 190 D9. This is an absolutely ancient kit. When I got it, the gun barrels, so over top here, the gun barrels were, those were fucked, those were bent, so I'm going to have to either get metal ones or go ahead and make them out of polystyrene rod. So there's that. And then I'm just basically right now kind of doing a toss-up in between Gray Matter's late set for the 190 and the rubber tires offered in the A8 kit, which I'm probably going to use the A8 wheels in rubber because it'll look nicer with the weight of this kit, so all of the parts and the size of it weighing down on the kit. Using a rubber tire is probably the best option because it'll give it a natural type of weight on wheels type look. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. It's quite a large kit, and like this is fully zoomed out. So it's a nice big kit. There's plenty of room for detail, which is why I kind of chose to go with the masking set to do everything, because it'll look more natural and it'll look more exact. A couple of the things on the Verlinden set have us open up kind of the rear access panel where you're going to be able to see the water methanol tank and the radio sets inside of here. And this will actually be able to hinge, open and close, as well as detail for the back on the tail here as well. Surprisingly, when I was looking for the earlier gun cowls, this is actually the older style, and I don't know why they have two of them, but these are the older style, I guess, or the early style gun cowlings that came with the older A8s and the new 190 D9s. So I'm assuming that they've modeled this after an earlier FW190, kind of in the middle of the batch, where they have the blown canopies, but they have the early style gun cowls, which is not a problem. I'm not arguing. I'll take the early gun cowling that came with the that is on Red 13. And it wasn't too much of a hassle to go and get the old Airfix 1/24 scale kit to replace the canopies. So that's kind of where this is. So it's going to be interesting to kind of do something this big. It's going to be cool to kind of get into all the little details of it. In the last few days I've kind of been playing around with colors and how they kind of look on plastic. I think I've kind of nailed, the one thing I was worried about was on the fuselage where the extension piece was added. I think, as far as references go, kind of laying the paint down, I've got it almost exact, which is good. So I think I'm at a safe point there. This was MRP, sorry, Mr. Metal Colors stainless steel. It just looked the right kind of darkness when it was polished up. And then there is MRP 76, 83, and 75, kind of lightly misted and mottled over top of it. So, I think I've got it to a point now where I'm comfortable with how the colors are going to look, and then pretty much waiting for January 1st, and we'll go ahead and start this up and start posting photos of it, and do work in progress, sort of build log. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you guys coming up in the new year. I've got a busy schedule at work, so probably not going to be posting anything until into January, when we start taking this guy out and building it. So hope you guys have happy holidays, and stay safe and warm this winter, and we'll see you in the next video.